Divine Noni, ஆரோக்கியத்தின் அடையாளம்.
Dr. Anju Venkat is a nutritionist at the Health Awareness Center for the last 17 years. Anju is a TAX COA, that is Chief of All, Health Counselor and Nutritionist, and a mentor. All production, be it food, seminars or classes, is her domain. The Health Awareness Center was established in 1989 by Dr. Vijaya Venkat, who is a pioneer in the promotion of holistic health principles. The Health Awareness Center has been started to orient people to look after their own health. It is committed to help people enhance and realize their potential for well-being, especially when ill. The emphasis is on correct foods and their role in health management. That is Dr. Anju Venkat. Ms. Shilpa Chawla is a counselor and research scholar at TAC. She spearheads the Youth Brigade, offering her own personal journey as a platform for a new, aware wellness workforce. Ms. Shilpa Chawla.
Good afternoon. We are all here to talk about wellness. We've all taken forward this movement of wellness. And this whole movement is based on two concepts. And these two concepts are our pillars. The first concept of wellness, that is our pillar, that is helping us take this movement forward, is that wellness is oneness. And the second pillar, or the second concept that's taking this movement forward, is that wellness is our birthright. It's through these two concepts that we've taken ahead this movement of wellness. But are these only concepts? Are these only in our head? Is it a reality? Are we living wellness being oneness? Are we living wellness being our birthright? Do we, on an everyday basis, feel wellness? Dr. Karthikeyan, in his talk earlier, said that even a master was able to reach his highest level of spirituality only when he realized that divinity entered through his body. Are we feeling wellness in our body? Or is it just an idea? Is it just a concept? Are we wanting to create wellness, or is wellness happening every day? Do we look at wellness as an absence of disease? Are we trying to measure wellness in terms of health? Are we trying to measure wellness according to a checkup? Do we say when our blood pressure is controlled and our sugar is controlled and we get a clean chit from a doctor, is that wellness? Is that living in wellness? Or is wellness something more than that? If our body is here for wellness, and if our body is the most intelligent species that nature has created, then can the body create anything other than wellness? So if we are here for wellness, then why do we see illness? What is illness? When we are in discomfort, when we have a cold, when we have a cough, when we have a headache, when our pressure is high, when our sugar is high, when we are feeling uncomfortable, and that is created by our body, is that too wellness? Or is that something that we want to suppress? And when we suppress that, does that become health? So when we take a drug and we put it in our body and we suppress a cold, or we don't have a cough, or our blood pressure comes back to normal, is that how we create wellness in the body? Or is there another method to do it? Is there a way in which the body reaches its own wellness? Is the drug smart enough to know what to do to the body? Or is your body smarter than the drug? When we put in a medicine, does it only suppress the illness? or it also suppresses the body. Is the drug intelligent? So when we have a headache, or we have a stomachache, or we have a backache, we put in the same painkiller. And whatever we have, the pain goes away. So is the drug smart enough to know which part of the body to cure, or does it suppress functioning in every part of the body? It actually suppresses function in every single part of the body. So when we have high blood pressure and we put in a medication to suppress the pressure, what are we doing? We are not allowing the whole body to function. Because how are we suppressing the pressure? We're suppressing the pressure by blocking the message that goes from the head to the heart. So we block every message that goes from the brain to every part of our body. And we think that it's not going to create illness. Every drug that we put in has a side effect. And these side effects are known. The doctor already knows it when it gives you the drug. But because we don't want that effect in the body, we call it a side effect. And when we want the effect of a drug in the body, we call it the action of the drug. But every action of a drug is known. And the way a drug works is by suppressing the body. We pop in pills thinking they're harmless. For example, we take calcium supplements thinking they're going to do nothing to the body. But do we know even something as calcium supplements has a long list of side effects? It doesn't affect only your bones or only your joints. It affects your stomach, it affects your digestion, it affects your heart, it affects your blood pressure, it affects your mind, it affects your muscle, it affects everything. So if we are going to control one part of the body, isn't the rest of the body also going to suffer? So when we put in calcium thinking, taking calcium produces calcium in the body, is that how our body functions? So does a cow drink milk to produce milk? Or does a cow eat grass to produce milk? So can we pop a calcium pill? Or can we take a glass of milk and expect calcium to be produced in the body? Is that how our body functions? No, it doesn't. Do we know that milk is species specific? Do we know that milk is there in order for growth to occur in the body? So a cow's milk is different, and a monkey's milk is different, and a giraffe's milk is different, and a human's milk is different. Because we develop through our mind, and animals develop through their bones. So their milk helps the bone build, and our milk helps the mind build. We think we drink milk for calcium. And the highest consumers of milk in this world is America and Scandinavian countries. And the highest rate of osteoporosis in the world is in America and the Scandinavian countries. So if we are drinking milk for calcium, and calcium is supposed to build bones, why do they have osteoporosis? Whereas China and Japan drink no milk, and they don't have the word osteoporosis in their dictionary. They don't know what it means. So how does milk build bones? It doesn't. We are eating foods according to information. We're eating foods thinking it's good for us, without realizing that it's the body that's going to tell us whether it's good for us or not. So like we're taking in milk to produce calcium, we're eating protein because we think protein helps growth. We're eating vitamin B12 because we think vitamin B12 is important. And we're putting in foods thinking it's helping the body. Or we're eating a food because it tastes good. Or we're eating a food because I'm hungry and I need something in my stomach, and when I put it in my stomach, I'm going to feel full. We're eating foods because of various reasons, but we've forgotten that food is sustenance. We've forgotten food is here to give us wellness. So in nature, we see birds go to eat grains. We see bees only have nectar from the flower, and yet we see human beings eat everything and anything and think it is food. So is that food being eaten to fill the stomach, or is that food here for energy? Why is the body eating food? What does food do in the body? Is that a question we've ever asked ourselves? Is that something that we are looking at? If we wear a shoe that's a size smaller, our toes hurt. Do we chop our toes off? Do we take a painkiller? Do we go for foot reconstruction? No. We change the shoe we are wearing. So similarly, if the way we are living is creating illness instead of wellness, what are we supposed to do to create wellness in our body? That's what we are here to find out.
Divine Noni, ஆரோக்கியத்தின் அடையாளம்.